Hey, good morning, everybody, or wherever you are. Good day, good energy. It's a beautiful morning here, as you guys can see. So I'm just popping on real quick to do my power of 3 share before I go and enter my portal, go for my little run and do my thing. So I don't have any special agenda today, so I'll just get right into it. I don't have anything that's come to mind immediately, so we'll just see what comes out and what flows. The power of 3, like I always say, there's great power in the power of 3. 3 is my life path. 3 is representative of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, mind, body, spirit. 3 shapes to a triangle, and it creates that point here, which is a channel, or it's like a portal of energy. So the 3 is a very, very powerful number, and that's how the power of 3 developed. I just brought forth a book I wrote, my Mother Earth heart cards, and then as of late I developed the cross breath, and I feel that I'm supposed to combine all 3 as a powerful vehicle in order to kind of like just bring that focus and bring that connection to the center of who we are, which is nothing less than this, guys. Pure love and light. The sun is a perfect reflection of the light and love that we are, that the essence of who we are, because at essence we're spirit that have come into the physical vessel to express our divinity, to express whatever our divine frequency imprint is. And our divine frequency imprint is just our thumbprint. It's that which nobody else can express like us. It is our soul. It is our heart. It is us in all eternity, past, present, and future. And when you come to the cross breath and you breathe and you bring focus to the center of who you are, which I like to just say is our heart center, we enter a portal. We are a portal. This portal, this part of us, our higher self, our God self, whatever you want to say, the essence of who we are is always, always there. It's always, always with us. And these are just little vehicles, little tools to be used to access, just to bring that focused awareness to. Because what we focus on grows, guys. It culminates. It expands. So I like to start this off with the cross breath. And when you're breathing in, you're just bringing focus to your center, your heart. You are just bringing awareness to the God self that you are. And this is the perfect image. Look at that. It's like this represents the higher frequencies. Even this is a little image of a body, arms wide open, knowing that you are the creator, knowing that you are a master manifester, knowing that all that you see and everything that's reflected and mirrored back into you, you have manifested, you have created because of arms wide open, whether you know it or not. But when you consciously put your arms wide open, you bring a more potent power, a more stronger manifesting capabilities when you actually put that intent, that focus, and that openness there. Because again, what you focus on grows. Just like someone who's going to school to study being a doctor or being a nurse or what have you, their focus is there and it expands and it grows and they nurture who they are. And what the cross breath does, when you come to your center of who you are, you nurture who you are in all parts of you, everywhere, all time, past, present, and future in that breath. It is really, really, really amazing when you think about it. So when we breathe in, we're simply breathing in our God self, our frequencies, our energy. They're always there. We're just bringing focus. And when we hold it, we're allowing that energy to culminate, loosen, integrate all parts of us, move energies that no longer serve us. We're breathing in our God self. We are anchoring them to Mother Earth simultaneously because she is the perfect physical vehicle representing us. We came to have that human experience on Mother Earth. So we want to ground our divine frequency to Earth. And when we breathe out, we're just releasing all that we really are. We're releasing with the intent that we live a life that empowers us, that empowers our true self, and that is an expression of who we are. So we'll do that first, guys. I know I get into this all the time, but I can't help myself. And in case there's ever a new watcher, I like to just explain it a little. So I'm going to actually come over here, use the actual physical sun as that representation, and we're going to breathe in deeply through our nose and hold it. And all that energy is culminating and it's expanding, it's loosening, it's bringing forth the essence of who we really are. And as we release, we exhale through our mouth and blow out as hard as you can. That very last little helps to remove energy that no longer serves us, or that could be creating a blockage. So I like to do that extra little push here. Let me do this one more time. I'm gonna do it one more time without talking. I'm gonna flip the camera because then I can actually see what I'm focused on. Okay, one more deep breath in, guys. Hold it. Exhale. That should relax you. It brings you to the moment. It brings you to the center of who you are. It kind of removes or quiets the mind and brings you here. And when you're here, you're quiet, you're open to receive, open for communication with spirit. Because when I get like insights or little aha moments, those are times when I am more relaxed. Like I get it, it's ironic because I get them when I'm running, even though I'm moving, but that running quiets my mind. I'm breathing, I'm focused in the now. It's like active meditation. So however you access that, when you can quiet the mind, the movement for me relaxes me because, I'm pushing off excess energy. I got a lot of energy. So it's like as the energy moves, all the information behind the energy that moves, it opens up the portal so I can receive more. But if you're like stuck like this and you got all this energy and you don't have it move through you, you got all this energy, it could be vibrating, but the movement creates a momentum and allows other energies to move forward. Like behind it is almost like what I can say. And as you breathe and as you move, you unclog or bring the focus to this. You unclog anything that's clogged, like a pipe that might have a bunch of hair, and you get all this energy behind it ready to move forward. Like, see, here's the clog and here's all this energy moving forward. But when you breathe or you move those energies, all this info behind the clog can come through. And all it is you, and it's a greater expression of you. And that expression can become more manifest and real in your life when you allow it to flow and when you bring that attention to it. So hopefully you guys got something out of that. And use it throughout the day. Like if I'm driving or I'm at a stoplight or I'm feeling a little anxious in the house or I'm getting a little overwhelmed with the kids and all the things you got to do, I'll stop and I will visualize this. It's so powerful and so potent. It's just bringing acknowledgement to the truth of who you are and anchoring it in your physical vessel. All right, guys, so we'll go to the paragraph real quick. I just asked for our collective selves to point to the paragraph that resonates or that we need to hear to become more in alignment to this, become this expression. And it's not that we're denying the physical. What we're doing is we're like super infusing our physical being. When we bring attention to this, it's like we're infusing. It's like putting a turbocharger, supercharger in our physical vessel. It makes it stronger because true strength comes from self-empowerment and of who we are, and who we are is spirit, God's self. Good morning. Good morning, Sherry Ann. Yes, thank you. I'm having an awesome Friday. It's beautiful. The sun is shining, so it will be glorious. So I hope you also the same. Thank you. And you always can have a good day no matter what. It's your choice. It's your choice to choose where you want to focus your attention. All right. So Spirit, what paragraph do we need to hear today to become in a truer alignment and expression of who we are and become, we are superhuman, but when we connect in that way through the cross breath, we exhibit that God self. We manifest it in the physical reality. And that doesn't mean like we're like accumulating all this physical stuff. It means we're empowered and we're free to be who we are. Our heart and our self feel liberated against any energies in the outside that appear not to be helpful. When you connect to who you really are, you really become superhuman because you've just taken the God self, anchored him into your human vessel, and that's where your true power lies. You can, I don't want to even say overcome, you can see everything from a higher perspective, higher energy. You're operating from a higher energy, and it's your energy, guys, and I know you know this, that creates your physical reality. All right, so I got this one. All right, so what it says is, even in the moments you don't think you want to be in, you must remain present. When you take yourself out of the present moment by wishing you could escape it You don't live it. And it will actually take longer to move from it, or it says from it, but I say through it. The more you fight and the more resistance you create, the longer it's going to take you to get through that energy that brings you to the other side of enlightenment, illumination. When your focus is on the future or complaining and criticizing the moment, you refuse the gift it has to offer, thus producing a lot of wasted and unfocused energy to everything else that doesn't even pertain to the moment. Thoughts that don't even produce the results you want now because they are elsewhere. Our power is in the moment. All potential is in the now. It is our perception of the now that creates the future. So I know we all know this, guys. And it is sometimes, easier said than done. We are in the physical realm. We do have to-dos. We have certain things we got to do, certain plans, certain appointments, certain things we got to go through. But when you can bring yourself to the now, when you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're really dealing with a really challenging relationship, say you're having a really, really hard time with one of your children, and you just wish it to be done with, you just wish things could be different, you're actually denying yourself of the gift to be gained in that moment. Everything, God is all is God, the one is all, the all is in everything, which is you're in everything. So there's something to be gained, there's something to be gifted, there's some expansion or illumination for you. And whenever you can come to the now, or just through the breath, or just be the observer and take a step back and let the situation play out. And even though you don't understand it, if you just accept it and surrender to it and say, thank you, I know there's something to be gained from this, thank you, then you allow. You don't cause that resistance, almost like that clog in the pipe. And I know it's challenging, I know it's hard. I've experienced tremendously difficult close relationships, but I also know there are gifts. There are gifts to help me grow, gifts to help me to release beliefs that I might be holding on to that I don't realize, things within myself that need to come to light. So everything really, really is a gift. Everything really is a collective, cooperative co-creation for you and the other person. And that is never at the root of it bad. It's never for punishment. It's never to hurt you at its core. It's always to empower and for you to expand beyond that. But allow it. So I guess the message there is, don't fight the moment. Don't judge the energy. Don't judge your worth. Don't judge how well you're doing on your ladder up to the spiritual realm by your circumstances, because sometimes it's the very, very worst circumstances that you gain the most. There's a flip side of every coin, and like Bashar always says, as far back as you can pull that rubber band and you feel under pressure and you feel like stifled, well, in a second, in that tiny little shift of consciousness, you let it go and it goes all the way out on the other end, and you don't know when that shift happens, but the shift happens through your perception. Like it said, everything you create in the future is created through your perception of the now. So when you see some outside circumstances that are just you, take a step back, take a breath in, say, I know this serves me, I might not understand it, because faith and trust are extremely powerful energies. Then you allow your perception to shift, because if you took the choice or you decided to trust and have faith that something was to be gained, that point of view is automatically a higher vibration. When you're in a higher vibration, you receive higher insight, and that can be all the changing force of you shifting to that other side of whatever you're going through, to the more pleasurable senses of it. So always choose love. You always have that choice. You always have the option to choose love or to stay in the fear of it, thinking things aren't going to turn out, thinking you did something wrong, thinking that person is out to get you, thinking you're paying back karma. None of that is real. And just knowing that is enough to shift you to another reality, because just knowing that and hanging on to that faith and belief, that is a high frequency energy. Because it is easy to believe in something when you know the answers. It is easy to believe in something when you know the future and know the outcome and how it's going to be. It ain't so easy to have that faith and that trust in the moment when you're going through the hardest moments, where you just feel like everything's caving in. Just grasp onto that faith, that knowing, the surrender and accepting of the now. And through that surrender, you're allowing the energies to work for you. It takes a lot more strength. It takes a lot more faith to trust something that doesn't look like it can be trusted. That's a beautiful path to walk. That's just so beautiful, and it's so empowering, because every step, every decision you take in that trust and that faith, this is what it does to you guys. It just connects you, and it's just, it's out there working for you behind the scenes. All right, so I'm going to call upon Mother Earth heart card, guys. These are all images from Mother Earth, hearts that I see just reflected back to me when I'm running. And I just ask, we're one with Mother Earth, and I ask for, our higher selves again to present forth a card that will help us to align more purely, unfiltered, give us the strength to continue in our moment. All right, guys. It's this one. I'm going to turn this because I cannot see anything, literally anything that I'm doing because of the light. This is a strong, solid rock. Oh God, I don't know if you guys can see this. Sorry, guys. I literally can't see if you can see. Let me just turn it right here where I can actually see. It is a solid rock, and to me this is the epitome of standing in your strength, your faith, and your trust. It's also a pinkish color, and there's many different textures in it and grooves, and it just to me shows the overall standing and having that faith and trust through all those situations that seem challenging, that you have to gain so much from. Oops, it says recording. Sorry. Oh, sorry guys. When I move to that spot, it doesn't allow me to record. I'm sorry. I'll just say that again. This is the epitome. This rock, it's solid, it's strong, it's standing strong in who it is against all odds, even though it's surrounded by snow and coldness, and it might not feel the warmth of life at the moment. And you might not understand it. You feel like you're left out in the cold alone. When you stand in the strength and faith of who you are, it creates a solid foundation. It creates a stronger anchor and connection to who you really are and to the love within you. It empowers you. And this is just a reminder. It goes perfectly with the message today. Just a reminder to stand strong in that faith when you feel everything is against you. And the actual message is entitled Beliefs. And I'm sorry, I can't see any comments or anything, guys. It's just too bright out here. Beliefs. And it says, are your beliefs creating walls that prevent happiness from reaching you? It is time to expand beyond what you are living and embrace the life that is your birthright. In truth, you are unbounded by the walls of limitations. They are not real. Let go of hindering perspectives and embrace the freedom that is yours. So this does go along with today's message, because it's through the allowance and the surrendering, you do allow your perspective to change. You do expand automatically out of those beliefs, out of those things that are causing your reality to reflect a reality that might not be so desirable. It's through your trust and through your faith that you actually do expand. It is very contradictory, saying through allowance and through acceptance, you allow everything to expand. Because it seems like we would be taught an old paradigm, an old belief that we got to truck through, we got to change, we got to take control, we got to take the action to change. But all you really need to do is step into who you are, allow in that faith and trust, and always choose love in circumstances the best that you can. It's hot here. And that will expand you. That will help you shift your frequencies, because in that you are raising your vibration, your frequency, which allows opens up the door, opens up the portal to receive greater insights, wisdom, and things can change like that. You guys all know, I know you've all experienced times where you thought had no hope left, and bang, something changed. Happens to me a lot. So just know you're unbounded by the walls and limitations that you see around you. Through the allowance of them, then you expand beyond them. I know, life's a paradox. It's like always contradictive. And that's the beauty of it. It's the yin yang working together. And the yin yang work together perfectly when you're in the center. When you're in the center of no judgment, when you're in the center of an observer, when you're in that gray line that divides the yin and the yang, that is where all power lies. That is where the God self lies. That's where you can gain the insight of the two. Of the dark or the white or whatever the yin yang is representative of for you. So hopefully you guys got a little something out of this. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. I know you guys are all going to have a beautiful day today, no matter what. And one more thing, may you guys, oops, hold on here. Can you see? May you shine with the entirety of all the light that you are.